Hello everyone! So I am here today for the book discussion of The Diviners by Libba Bray. Before I go on, and I'm going to try to make this review as spoiler-free as possible because I don't really see a lot of people reviewing it. So just to explain, I burnt myself pretty badly yesterday. Not all mugs are created equal, and not all mugs should be put in the microwave. So make sure they're microwave safe before you put them in there, and then go and grab the handle and burn yourself profusely. So that is my public service announcement for the day. Actually, I kind of have another one. So back to the book. Libba Bray is one of my all-time favorite authors, and the Gemma Doyle trilogy is one of my favorite top 3 book series ever. But again, it's not a book series that I hear a lot of people talk about. And then I read The Diviners. I've just come to the conclusion that Libba Bray is the best author of YA that is out there currently. She knows how to write, and I think she is completely underrated. And so you all should read her stuff because she is freaking amazing. So that is my public service announcement number 2, is that Libba Bray is highly underrated, and everyone just needs to read everything she's ever wrote because she can write. She has 2 book series. This is the second one. The Gemma Doyle and The Diviners are kind of historical fiction, kind of like really creepy type books. She's able to write stuff like that, which is personally my favorite stuff. But then she's able to write books like she had Going Bovine, and it's about a boy who has mad cow disease. And it's contemporary, and it's funny, and it still has like a little bit of like a fantasy twist because, you know, he's losing his mind. You have Beauty Queens, which is about beauty queens being deserted on an island, and she just has, in both of her contemporary pieces, she has a very snarky, wonderful sense of humor, and it's just so great. Again, why I think that she's so underrated is that her series and her writing styles are completely different every single time, and they're amazing. Okay, so yeah, that ends my public service announcement number 2 about Libba Bray. Now, on to the book. First of all, I've been meaning to read this for a long time, and I actually don't really know why I didn't really pick it up before. I just think I saw other books come out, and I just got them, and then I saw this on Amazon on Bargain Books, and I had to get it. So this cover is super cool. It just like, it really like drew me in because it's so different. And my favorite part about this is, so you take off the cover, right? And then this is what you look like. I love hardbacks that have the different kind of covers underneath, and it's just not a plain color. But oh wait, when you open it up, it's gorgeous. I love this cover. I love this cover. So what this book is about, it is about a 17-year-old girl in the 1920s who lives in Ohio originally. She has a gift, and she is able to hold onto someone's like a little trinket that someone has, and she can tell them anything about their past, from what they had for breakfast early that morning to one of their deep dark secrets. This eventually gets Evie into trouble, and she is sent off to New York City to live with her uncle in Manhattan. Her parents are thinking that it's a punishment to keep her away from all of her friends, but Evie in the 20s, who has a passion for going out, New York City in the 1920s was a perfect place for that, so she acts all really sad, and then, you know, she gets there and she has a great old time. But what the twist comes in is that her uncle owns what they refer to as a creepy crawly museum, which is, you know, a museum of like occult stuff and just things doing with paranormal. So when her uncle is called in on a case, Evie goes and thinks that, oh, this will be great, like I get to brag to my friends that I saw a murder scene. And so she goes and accidentally picks up something of the dead victim and gets a flashback to the death of the victim, and then we are introduced to the main villain, who is Naughty John. And we are actually introduced to them in the prologue, and the prologue had me hooked. After the prologue, I just knew that this was going to be another phenomenal series by Libba Bray. She just has a way of making the stuff like so creepy. Like, this book was so creepy and great all at the same time. And then you have moments where you just laugh hysterically because of the characters. So she just has a really great way of interweaving different things within a plot to make it, you know, layered and dimensional. This book, though, is a little bigger. It is about 600 pages. So know that, you know, when you go read this book, you are going to invest some time into it. The book is also from the third person point of view. You'll find it hard to be able to relate to the characters when it's in third person. I personally don't feel that way. And I feel like, especially in this book, it is essential because it takes place from Evie's point of view mostly, but then you get character switches from Memphis, who is an African American living in Harlem at the time, which is a completely different point of view. You have Theta Knight, Mabel, well, you don't really see from her point of view. You have the point of view of the different victims, you have the point of view from Nani John, and it really just all makes it one cohesive story instead of through Evie's point of view all the time. You get different layers and you get different people's background story that I think is really going to help prepare for the sequel, which comes out in, I believe, August of 2014. And don't get me started on that cover because I don't like that cover. It looks really like sci-fi and not as pretty as this one. So basically all the other characters in the story have different abilities and they are called diviners, and none of them have really come out yet and told other people, or like they haven't really told each other. Like there might be characters who have told, you know, people in confidence but haven't told others. Another thing that I really like about Libba Bray's writing is that all of her characters are flawed. Her main character Evie is, as much as I like her and she's a likable character because, you know, she's loyal and she really is caring, but she's selfish, and all of these different characters have their own flaws, which really makes you rooting for each one of them just all the more special. I love that this book takes place in the 1920s and that you can tell Libba Bray really did her research, and she in the book incorporates a lot of the slang at the time, which is really fun to read. It really took me a while at first to kind of get used to it, but about after, you know, like 3 chapters or so, you get the hang of what they mean, you know, contextual clues. I think my favorite slang term out of all this is the cat's pajamas, meaning like it's really cool. Why, like, some of the slang in the 1920s, I don't get it. Why it makes sense, I have no idea. But this book was really the cat's pajamas. I don't even know if I used that right. But I highly recommend this book. I really tried not going into spoilers again because I don't think a lot of people have read this book. But please, 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 please read this book. I'm telling you, you won't forget it. You won't regret it. You won't forget it. And I am waiting and anticipating the next book, Layer of Dreams. So that is it for today, and I will see you guys later when I have another video. My brother is coming in from Maine tomorrow. As you can tell, I'm home. I just came home about 2 days ago, and so we are going to be spending major family time together for the next couple days. So I will see you guys later. I will have another video out before the 25th, and yeah, until then, enjoy your time and read Libba Bray. Oh, Libba Bray. Okay, bye!